This audiobook features 10 plus real-world independent musicians who make a good income from music and YouTube. They do so using tactics very similar to the ones I share in this audiobook. Can you find them all? Welcome to the audiobook 5 Steps to a Profitable YouTube Music Career. Here you'll discover the secrets of how a small group of independent musicians are using YouTube to make a full-time income from their music. If you have talent but aren't sure the best way to get your music out to the masses and earn from it, today I'll show you what I've seen to be the biggest opportunity in the music industry right now. There are musicians making $2,000 upward per month from their music, some even doing over $20,000 per month. How, you ask? Well, they're not using YouTube like 99.9% of other independent musicians, that's for sure. In this audiobook, I'm going to lift the lid on how some smart musicians are making a full-time income from their art, and I'll even be revealing who some of these musicians are. It's my hope that you can use this information to better forward your music career and start to profit from it or increase your profits if you're already making money. Be sure to listen to it in full for all pieces of the puzzle. So, let's get into it. Why YouTube? So why YouTube? Why not focus on Facebook, review blogs, music channels, or any other kind of promotional tool available to musicians? Quite simply, because it's currently the most untapped resource in the music industry. I won't bore you with stats of how big YouTube is, as you likely already know. Instead, let's look at how you can use YouTube to build a profitable music career. The main thing is you don't use it like the majority of other musicians, as most people are using it wrong. The strategy for most people goes something like this. Make a music video. Add your music video to YouTube. Share it on social media and link to it from your website. Email a few places about your video in the hopes they'll feature it. Make a new video. Rinse and repeat. If this sounds anything like what you've been doing so far, you're in luck. I'm about to share with you a much better way of doing things, a way that'll actually get you real results. While the above is what most people do, it doesn't really give most music fans or YouTube what they want. And you need to give them what they want. Because when you please YouTube and you please music fans, something special happens. YouTube will start to promote your videos for you. And instead of getting a few hundred people to view each video, you'll get thousands. Or maybe even millions. The majority of musicians don't know the tactics I share in this audiobook even exist, so by simply knowing there's another way to do things, you'll give yourself a much better chance at succeeding than others. Now, let's get into the good stuff. The 5 steps to profiting with your music on YouTube. So you want to know how to use YouTube to up your income with your music. I won't waste your time with things that will only move the needle a little but still take up a bunch of your time. These 5 steps are the core things you'll need to do to give yourself the best chance of success. Just be sure to implement all points, as missing out just one of them will greatly decrease the likelihood this plan will work. It'll be like creating 90% plus of a car, but not bothering to put the engine in because you think you've done enough of the work. Become more than just a musician. The first thing you need to do is become more than just a musician. What do I mean by this? Quite simply, you need to present yourself differently. There are over 1 million musicians in the world. Many learn how to carry themselves in the music industry based on common advice, even if it's not the best advice. They then go and share this knowledge with others, again, even though it's not always the best advice. Let me ask you though, if you do the same things as everyone else in your genre, do you think it's going to be easier or harder to stand out to music fans looking for something fresh? A lot harder, right? Well, one of the best ways to make yourself stand out to music fans is by adding a second element to your music-related videos. You don't want to be seen as only a musician. There are tens or hundreds of thousands of others in your genre making the same style of music as you. This makes it difficult to stand out. If, however, you present yourself as a musician with a twist, all of a sudden you become very unique. You become the only person, or one of the only people who does what you do. And if anyone wants to find your style of entertainment, they have to come to you. We'll get into real-world examples soon, but for clarity, here are a few examples of twists or additional interests you can tag on to make yourself stand out from the crowd. Music and comedy. Music and computer games. Music and social commentary. Music and animals. Music and being a samurai. Samurai. Really? Yep, check out the Samurai Guitarist if you want to see how this strategy can work with just about any of your interests. You're not limited to the above examples, you can literally tag on any other interest to your music and make yourself stand out. I call these music tag-ons, as you literally present your music, but also tag on an additional interest to make yourself unique. This isn't theory, it's what some very successful independent musicians are already doing and making a bunch of money from. Examples. As promised, here are some real-world examples of music tag-ons in practice. Andrew Huang. Music and everyday objects. Music and everyday objects. Sounds boring, right? Well, clearly it's not, as Andrew has used this combination to gain over 1.6 million subscribers, and over 200 million views at the time of writing this. Yes, over 200 million views. What he does is produce music using everyday objects. Some examples of objects he's sampled to make music include radiators, pigeons, Lego, pizza, candy, and many more. This isn't the kind of thing you see every day, and music fans are loving it. In fact, his videos each tend to get hundreds of thousands of views, many going into the millions. In his words, "I'm a music producer working with lots of different genres and instruments, including things that aren't instruments like pants and balloons." Video to check out. I spent a year recording radiators to make music. Crank Lucas. Music and comedy. Another example of a music tag-on is one I briefly mentioned earlier, music and comedy. Crank Lucas, a rapper, producer and comedian from DMV, is an example of someone who does this well. He puts out videos that showcases both his rapping and producing abilities. That said, he doesn't just put out music videos. In his videos he also does entertaining skits and sketches of all different types. For example, in one video, he acts as both Kendrick Lamar and himself, and goes on to explain why he couldn't engineer for Kendrick Lamar in a humorous way. In another video he looks at the evolution of love songs, rapping love songs in styles from the 1980s, 1990s, 2000s, and 2010s. His humorous videos and good music has got him over 400,000 subscribers and over 87 million views at the time of writing this. Video to check out. 3 types of rappers these days. Making yourself stand out is vitally important. It will mean people will share your videos more, marketing will be a lot easier and a lot cheaper, and generally you'll become profitable with your music a lot quicker than if you were going the traditional musician route. This step, like all the below steps, is vital. So don't skip it. I know a lot of musicians are hesitant to change. They see themselves as doing strictly more traditional music videos, and that's fine. It's still good to do those, but the musicians who are seeing the most success on YouTube also bring something else to fans. You have to decide if you want to go the traditional music industry route and compete for years against thousands of others doing the exact same thing, or if you're willing to try something new and potentially see success a lot faster. Only you can make that decision. If you're willing to try something new that's currently working very well, read on, my friend. Step 2. Make entertaining and engaging videos. Ask yourself, what do you see when you think of the videos you'll find on a traditional musician's YouTube page? Most likely, these are the videos you'll find. Traditional music videos. Maybe interviews. Some behind-the-scenes videos. possibly even footage of their gigs. The above is pretty common practice in the current music industry. Because everyone else is doing this though, if you were to do the same, you'd find it very hard to get traction on YouTube directly. Unless you've a big advertising budget, or you're already known, doing these types of videos alone isn't enough to have people watch you over others. This is why many upcoming independent musicians struggle to get more than a few hundred views on each of their videos, even if their music is very good. While the above video types are still good and should be done, you need to do more than that to get new fans in the door to watch them. You should additionally be presenting your music in different and entertaining ways through your videos. Some examples of entertaining and engaging videos include challenge videos, music commentary, talking about or showcasing music-related topics that'd be interesting to fans of your genre, vlogging, behind the scenes, skits, all of which feature your music in some way, or at least things relevant to your music career and yourself as a brand. There are a bunch of other video types you could do as well, but I'll save that for a future training. For now though, here are some real-world examples of this. Examples. Here are 2 examples of musicians creating entertaining and engaging videos that really stand out. Mac Lethal. Mac Lethal is really good at creating entertaining videos. There are a few different formats he regularly uses, but one of the main ones is his challenges. For example, in one of his videos he does a rap without using the letters A, E, I or U. In another, he aims to rap for longer than a fidget spinner spins. His entertaining videos have earned him over 2 million subscribers, and over 200 million views at the time of writing. If he just did music videos and the same kind of content as everyone else, do you think he would have hit those numbers anywhere near that quick? Answer: no. Video to check out. Rapping 1,000 words in 2 minutes. New world record. Rumi Official. While Joel from Rumi Official seems to be switching up his video style recently, not focusing purely on music-related themes, for a long time his videos were 100% music-related. It's hard to put a label on his type of video, but generally I'd say many were a mix of music, experiments, and vlogging. For example, one of his videos is called Singing with Helium, a video which has over 7 million views. In it he experiments with taking in helium before singing various songs. He also mixes in talking to the camera, vlogging, and entertaining scenes. Another experiment he's done is singing underwater, again pretty much following the same formula. These videos and more have gained him over 4.5 million subscribers and 433 million views at the time of writing. Boring videos don't get that many views. Video to check out. I recorded a song with high-tech invisible drums. The beauty of the strategy is it becomes a lot easier to build up traction than just putting out music videos. Again, everyone in your genre does this. So instead of doing what thousands and thousands of other people are doing and competing with them, why not do something that less than 5 or so people are doing and stand out quicker? Step 3. Release your videos upon the world. So let's say you've got unique, highly entertaining and potentially viral videos. Now you simply upload them and you're raking in the money, right? Well, not really. Now the real work of getting your videos to the right people starts. Time and time again I see musicians making great videos, uploading them to YouTube and crossing their fingers. These videos may get a couple of hundred views from the few social shares they do. And then nothing. No more views of the video, even if the video costs hundreds or even thousands to produce. The big mistake is they don't do the 2 key things needed to get your videos seen by many more people. Optimize their videos. Promote their videos. Both of these things are vitally important if you want to get your videos in front of as many people as possible. Let's look at them a bit more. Optimizing. Optimizing your video is all about giving your videos the right title, adding relevant keywords, having a good thumbnail, having a good description, and more. If you get these things right, your videos will both look more attractive to people, increasing the chance they'll give your video a try, and help your videos become more visible on YouTube. And the more visible you are on YouTube, the more your videos will get watched. Promoting. Promoting your videos is all about getting it in front of people who might not see it without your assistance. While marketing and promotion is often thought of as something overly complex, in its simplest form, it's basically telling people your music exists and having a convincing message as to why they should give it a try. It hurts me when I see really good music videos with only a few hundred views, and the artist having already moved on to the next video. I know tens or hundreds of thousands of people at least would enjoy these videos, if they just got them in front of the right people. So when they instead choose to upload share on Facebook a couple of times and move on, it really doesn't make sense to me. If you want people to see your videos and you want to make money from them, you need to share them with the world on a wider level. Which is a lot easier when using the strategies in this audiobook. I know some people feel like marketing is intrusive to potential fans, but remember, if you market to the right people in the right way, they will actually thank you for letting them know about your music. Examples. Let's look at an example of marketing, then we'll look at one for optimization next. Kwadika. His marketing. Kwadika is good at promotion, but not in the traditional way. What he often does is make entertaining videos, which in themselves are promotional. One example of this is his usage of other big YouTubers and musicians in his videos. In the past he's made diss tracks about some of them, using their name to get more exposure. Using bigger YouTubers' names is a common strategy for smaller YouTubers, and he's done it well. To the extent where some bigger names have called him out in their own videos, getting him more exposure and in front of a new fan base. It's important to note here that these diss tracks are strictly musical, and more healthy competition than any real underlying drama. Another example is his video "I bought every billboard in my town for this." In it he promotes his new album on 2 billboards in his town, then makes an entertaining video about this to raise awareness of his album. While the billboard alone would be marketing, my guess is he didn't do it purely to raise awareness of the people who physically see it. Most likely, he did it because he knew it would be entertaining content for his channel, and would be a tax write-off. There are other good promo things he does as well, but the point is no one is going to see your music-related videos unless you actively get them out there. Notice I said promote your music-related video, not spam social media or beg big companies to play your stuff. Effective marketing is needed, not the same old stuff most musicians do. I'll point you in the direction of a resource you can use to learn how to market your videos later. The ukulele teacher. His optimization. When it comes to optimization, look at the prior image. It shows how the ukulele teacher has optimized one of his videos to be relevant for anyone searching for a specific topic. In this case, he's optimized for anyone looking to learn Close to You by Carpenters on ukulele. To optimize, he's done a few things. He structured his video's title so it includes relevant keywords. Keywords are basically things people search for when looking for something specific. For example, if I want to know how to write a song, my keywords, things I'd type into a search engine, would be write a song, how to write a song, songwriting tips, or something similar. He's also optimized by adding video tags which are relevant and people might search for. As with the video title, you should add keywords in your tags. The blue numbers you see next to these tags show where this video ranks in YouTube if you search for it. As you can see, he's 5th if someone types in Carpenter's ukulele, and 2nd for Close to You ukulele tutorial. Additionally, he's used keywords and a call to action in his description, the call to action for the viewer being to leave a comment and get engaged. Optimizing your videos is important, so don't leave this part out. Step 4. Monetize your videos for sustainable growth. Okay, so on to one of my favorite stages, making money from your music. I know, money can be a funny topic for musicians. Many feel like their art should be free, but at the same time ask for donations so they can carry on making their music. To me, this doesn't make sense. Donations are for charities. As a musician, are you a charity? No, you're a service provider. You provide entertainment to those fortunate enough to hear your music. Other service providers include painters, chefs, and sports stars. Would a painter paint your house then ask for donations? Would a chef cook you a 5-star meal then ask for donations? Would a sports star play for a club then ask that club for donations? No, each of these people have a way of making money from their talent. If they didn't, they wouldn't be able to do what they love much as they'd be spending most of their time at a day job. Musicians should be no different. With that in mind, here are your 2 choices. Give fans a way to give you money, whether that's directly or indirectly. Done right, and assuming people want to hear your music and view the videos you make, this will lead to a long-term sustainable music career which makes you and your fans happy. Or, don't ask for money from your fans. Make music until you can no longer afford new equipment or to support your family. Spend most of your time at a day job to make that money elsewhere, and have less and less time to make the music you love. Fans lose out too, as they don't get anywhere near enough new music from you, if any. If you're someone who doesn't want to make money from their music, this audiobook probably isn't for you. If however you want a profitable and financially sustainable music career, carry on listening. In relation to our profitable YouTube strategy, there are many ways to earn from your music. There are musicians who use a combination of these to earn, some making thousands of dollars per month. I could personally show you independent musicians, ones that you've probably never heard of, who make over $20,000 per month. In fact, I may just show you some if you stay subscribed to my emails. Now, while some of these options work better than others, here are some of the ways you can monetize your YouTube channel and music. Advertising and sponsorships. Streams. Patreon or membership websites. Song sales. Gigs. Music licensing. Courses. And more. The ones which work best for you will depend on a few things. What you enjoy doing, for example. I know some musicians don't enjoy gigging but would love to sell a course. Or others don't want to sell directly, but don't mind making money passively through advertising. Another factor is what suits your video style the most. If you're teaching something music related, a course may make sense for you. If however you're making music which sounds like it could be in a film and add visuals to it, licensing your music may be the best option. The important thing though is that you monetize your music in some way. Give it as an option to fans who want to take the next level with you, and they will actually thank you for it. And of course, it'll help you continue to do music, so it's win-win. Examples. So let's look at how a couple of musicians are making money with YouTube. These are just a few examples. There are many ways to monetize your videos. Chucky Beats YouTube ads and beat sales. First of all, Chucky Beats. He's a producer with 2 YouTube channels. On the first he showcases his beats, on the second he does tutorials and videos around the producer lifestyle. He makes money in a few ways. One of the main ones is selling the beats he showcases on his first channel. If people like them, they can go to his website and buy a license for their own projects. Another way is YouTube ads. This is pretty standard for many YouTubers with high enough views. They simply allow ads to be placed before, and sometimes during, their videos, and they get paid when people watch or click on them. Video to check out. Chucky Beats Conquer, Epic Trap Beat, Winter Type Beat. Will Black. Patreon. Another independent musician who's using YouTube as a key part of his earning strategy is Will Black. While he's got a few monetization methods, one noticeable one is Patreon. He tells fans that if they support his music by paying a set monthly fee, he'll give them something in return. At the time of writing, people can either give him $5 per month and get exclusive content, or $20 per month and get a personal video song request. This is where each month they can pick one of 700 songs, and will then goes on to record a video with him singing their chosen song. In this video he also personally mentions who it's for, both in the title and in the video. His fans seem to love this, as there's a good number of people he makes songs for each month. Imagine one of your favorite musicians said they'll perform a song just for you and put it on YouTube shouting you out. Would you pay for it? It beats impersonal videos and allows fans to feel like part of your journey, so many would. Video to check out. Will Black It's My Life, Bon Jovi cover, 4K. Step 5. Consistently rinse and repeat. Even though the above gives an overview of what you need to do to be successful on YouTube with your music, there's one element I haven't mentioned yet. Being consistent with your efforts. The mistake I see people often make is giving up too early. They'll release a good video, promote it and get it in front of a few people. People like it so they make a few more. Get good feedback, but views are still quite low and demotivating. Conclude that this strategy doesn't work. Move into something else and start from the beginning again. If you're going to try this strategy, which you 100% should, I urge you not to give up too soon. If you don't yet have a fan base and you need to manually promote each release, it will be slow at first. But keep making great videos and you will find your fan base grows over time. Now, due to the way YouTube pushes videos, growth on YouTube tends to happen in stages. You could stay at around the same amount of views for months despite releasing consistent videos, then all of a sudden one video takes off, where YouTube starts suggesting you more, and your views and income jump quite a lot. Remember the samurai guitarist guy I told you about earlier? When I originally noted down his numbers, he was getting enough YouTube views to get an estimated $2,000 per month from ads. Now 8 months later, he's doubled his YouTube traffic and is now making an estimated $4,000 per month from YouTube ads. He seems to also have other revenue streams which he likely makes additional money from. I'm not sure about your current job, but there's not many day jobs I know that will double your salary in 8 months. But from what I can see, it was all because he tried one different type of video than his normal ones and it took off well. He had found something which his potential audience really wanted. So he made more videos like that, and since then his growth has been rapid. But he started out 4 years ago. If he gave up 3 years ago when he had much lower views, he would never have got to the stage where he does this full time. The key message here is be consistent. Keep making and promoting your great videos, even when at the beginning you're not seeing the results you may want. If you consistently do the right things, over time the hard work you put in now has a much better chance of paying off. Examples. Here are a couple of examples of different, yet consistent, uploading schedules. Jared Dines uploads around twice per week. The first person we'll look at is Jared Dines. He's a master of consistency, uploading 2 videos every single week. His first video was uploaded 7 years ago, but he didn't post consistently until 4 years ago, from the time of writing this. Even then he was mainly doing covers until he found a style of video people related more to. Since then, every week he gives fans new entertaining videos. Postmodern Jukebox. 3 to 5 times per month. Next up is Postmodern Jukebox by Scott Bradley. While they don't post as much as Jared, they still post consistently. On average they post 3 to 5 times per month, which is no small feat considering how much work, rehearsals and coordination must go into each one of their recorded performances. The first video on the channel was posted 10 years ago, but it wasn't until 6 years ago, at the time of writing this, that they started consistently uploading the types of videos they do today. Neither of the above stopped posting after the first few videos. Instead they kept uploading, changing their style here and there till they found something the YouTube music audience related to. Then they consistently rinse and repeated, allowing them to grow a lot faster. If you're talented and are in it for the long haul, there are big rewards there for the taking. I truly believe that the above 5-step process is the best way for most musicians to start earning from their music. I've seen musicians do more on YouTube in a year than they've done the previous 5 years in a more traditional style of music career. With the above, you've already got a way of thinking which you could implement and give yourself a better chance than 99% plus of independent musicians.